Okay. Alright, yeah. It's all good. Okay. I think we're good. So... never quite know how to start these things. So I was talking to a friend today. He was also looking to try and get into streaming, and I mean, I'm nowhere, right? And neither is he, but we're just chatting about it, right? Like, what is it that kind of gets people on the map and stuff? What is it that gets them an audience, right? And I think there's, I don't know. I think he and I ended up kind of agreeing mostly on things, maybe not on methods, but we were talking about how, let me pull up, I did not open up the overlay. Just take a second. Okay, there it is. All right, we were talking about, I don't know, my take, I guess, was, okay, there it goes. Like, you're trying to sell yourself, right? And from what I can find is like being optimistic, cheerful, type of, you know, your happy-go-lucky, fun, overreaction type of streamer seems to be tried and true, right? It's interesting because you think about it and it's like, so how much of it is an act, right? By people who understand it pragmatically, right? If you're fun, if you're having fun, if you're expressing that you're having fun and people can tell that you're enjoying yourself, then, you know, a lot of people are gonna have fun with you. Most people are gonna have fun with you. In fact, there's a whole subsection of the population where their main function, right? Their main way of operating through the world is literally the vibe. Like, they exist on the vibe. It's like, and it's a huge proportion of the population. Like, most people are this type, you know? And because of that, well, yeah, I think it makes sense why that would be an effective method of doing that, you know? It's gonna be tough for me to do. I'm terrible at multitasking. I'm not sure why I decided to have deep talks while playing TFT. Right, but, so... I guess it's interesting to think about, like... I should just go punk. It would just be easier if I just go punk, because I can no brain. Right, so my take was that, well, you should do what you're wired for, right? Because if you try to do something else, the, like, inauthenticity of it is gonna bleed through, right? And I do think that's true, you know, to some extent, right? Surely. Is it Mosher and Guardian, right? So I could use the Amumu. Okay. Yeah, this'll work, this'll work. Ooh, I want those. I want all of these, actually. So if you're pretending, it's not going to work as well. Because the goal is to garner an audience around you, around something you can do consistently, you know? Fuck it. Hey, no extra money, but that's okay. Actually don't need her out right now. Think. Okay, now we just wait. We might throw another one on... What do we think? Probably Vi, right? Right, so if you're inauthentic, Jesus, it's not, you're not going to be able to sell yourself as well. People can pick up on that stuff. It's like, there's so many types that have different methods of doing it, right? But they can just pick up on bullshit. And if you're, right, if you bullshit for too long, eventually you get caught anyway. It's like, so, even if it's pragmatic, even if the best way you can, like, be an entertainer is by, you know, being fun, being optimistic, being cheerful. If you're not wired for that, it's probably a bad long-term solution, right? Because people can force themselves to do things for ages, but eventually things bleed through. And I can imagine there's plenty of people who have garnered audience by being more cheerful, more chirpy, more optimistic, more, you know, all the good things, right? They garner an audience and slowly they kind of, you know, ease their personality into it, right? It's no different than like how people try to impress people on dates and they bleed their real self, quote unquote, into like the person that they're investing in. Like I think it's the same thing. But I imagine with something like streaming, right, where you're kind of put on the spot, people are probably more wired to do that. And maybe I'm just speaking from my own experience. It's like I kind of felt that way as well. I don't think it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it can be, right? Anything to take into the extreme is probably too much, but I think so long as you've done the work, right, the growth for who you are as a person, right, and that can mean whatever the fuck you want that to mean, right? Like you get to decide what that means. I think it's better to be like genuine and authentic, because I just, right, the whole point is to garner an audience around who you are, right? To sell yourself in a way that other people kind of enjoy to be around. And so I was talking to my buddy, and right, I'm talking about several different streamers that I listen to, and right, my take was the optimistic and positivity thing, and I think, you know, I enjoy listening to those. Like my favorite ones, a lot of them are that way. They're witty, they're optimistic, they're cheerful, they're happy, right? Yeah, I enjoy watching them. It's infectious, you know? You kind of, those people just kind of bleed into you and suddenly you're having a good day, you know? I get it. I get it. And I do think that's effective, right? But they aren't the only ones I watch. Right, I think about the types like that. It's like, so I watch Iron Mouse, I watch Olivia Munro, right? Happy, cheerful, right? Optimistic, kind of go-getting types, right? Extroverted intuition. They're just wired to be entertainers, you know? And I enjoy them myself. It's like and I don't think it's bad to enjoy them, you know? I should go for the bow. But they're not the only ones I watch. It's like you take me shoujo and it's like I'll watch Apricot, watch Fruit, I'll watch Giga, right? It's like they're not, I wouldn't like, I don't know. Nobody gets offended by that. It's like I wouldn't classify them as the same thing as like Olivia Munro or fucking Iron Mouse. It's like it's a different vibe that you're getting from those streams, right? It's like I enjoy watching like Beatles streams. I enjoy watching Sansun. It's like they're not, it's not the same vibe. And I wouldn't like classify them as necessarily like chirpy and optimistic and gung ho. It's like some of them are chilled and relaxed, you know, and that sells too. Like maybe the focus on optimism and positivity isn't even the thing we should be looking for, right? Or the thing we're striving for, right? Maybe it's authenticity that is the thing that all streamers should be striving for. So yeah, I think about that, but then I see people like XQC and Hassan, and I'm just like, oh shit, okay, maybe not. Oh boy, that doesn't get clipped. You know what? I don't care, right? But so I was talking to my buddy, and we're gonna keep looping back to that because I get off topic when I get on a topic, not in a way that any people do, but in more of a, I don't know, focused pattern way. You know, my problem is my goldfish memory. I'll forget what I'm talking about. Anyways, right, so somebody else running Vi. See, I'm already getting distracted. Maybe I shouldn't have done this with the game. Anyways, talking to my buddy. we're talking about how the different like types, like we're now on different types of streamers that we know that are successful that we enjoy, right? And they're not all doing the same things. They all have different vibes, right? And it's all seems contingent on the personalities that they have, right? Like the types of people that they are. So what is the best method, right? And the end conclusion that we both got to was like, well, it's gonna be different for everybody, right? It's gonna depend on the type of person that you are. And I was talking to him, and he's more of a, well, he's a TI type, right? And nobody's gonna know what the fuck that means, right? Because I'm speaking in young terms. Um, what could I kind of compare that to? The streamers that come to mind would be someone like Snuffy or Anya, maybe? Right, and everybody's different, so they're all going to be different types of kind of the same thing, but the vibe is very similar, I guess, is the idea. Kind of more analytical types, more technical types, ones that could like accurately describe to you how systems work, you know. This is the type of person he is, right? And since we're talking in the context of him, I was like, well, why not like steer into that? Why not play games where you can kind of break down what is happening in the game or why you're deciding to do certain things, right? And I think that would work. Like there's plenty of streamers that do stuff like that, you know? Like they'll play fighting games and they'll just break down what is happening on the fucking screen, you know? It's like there's an audience for that. It's like Reddit exists and it's popular and lots of people use it. It's like the stereotype of Reddit is like, you know, you get the well actually types, but it's like, yeah, but that is like a major aspect of personality theory is this type that like focuses on like systems and inner truths, right? It's like, you know, you steer into it. It's like you'll garner an audience, and if you're wired for that, anyways, it's like you could just talk about it for hours. You just talk about systems, talk about the systems in your head. Right? It's like just go, just rattle it off. It's like, and as long as you're aware of the pitfalls of whatever it is, you know, you're kind of wired for, right? You can avoid the traps that come from it later. I go extended play here, don't I? I think I do. So that got me thinking about myself then, right? Right, so I am introverted intuitive, man, right? And I dumb. That's that's just who I am. Like, and I don't know, I found my type, and it right, we're pattern types, right? So we get anything that happens to us or anything that we experience or, you know, see or envision or imagine, right? Kind of gets logged into our subconscious and it comes out through, you know, gut intuition, gut feelings, or eureka moments where it's like just suddenly we piece everything together, you know? And you'd be surprised, right? You know, I think a lot of people have the conception that that doesn't happen very often for people. It's like you with NI-DOMs, people like me, it's like, no. My only thoughts are when, boom, things just puzzle piece together and I can suddenly see everything, you know? Everything just makes sense to me. It's either that or I'm just blank slate. I have no idea what to do, right? So with me, I tend to lean more negative, and I've noticed with this type, that just seems to be the case. NI-DOMs just seem to lean negative, and I think what is happening is because they're so pattern focused, because the only details they can remember are negative, right? And that's a whole other issue we can dive into later. I think we'll probably get into it today, actually. I've got a whole topic planned for today. Since they lean negative, when I'm thinking about like this whole streamer thing, right? It's like I immediately go to optimistic, witty, you know, can bounce from topic to topic, is great at brainstorming, can always has something to talk about because their brain is just going fucking nuts, jumping around, going crazy, right? I can't do that. I focus on topics. I dive deep into one specific topic and I just go and go and go. the complete opposite of me. Since I lean negative, right? I lean towards preservation, right? I think about like this new thing that I've always wanted to do, streaming, right? Like playing games and having chats like this. I'm like, oh, no one will watch, no one will care. Why? Because, well, I'm not jumping from topic to topic. I'm not chatty. I'm not optimistic. I'm not, like, generally just not a happy person, right? And I'm not trying to put myself down. It's just the way it is, you know? That's just how it is. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, right? It's just how it is. I don't know. We'll break down as to why that is with the type of, like, functions I have anyway. And this is all based on Jungian cognitive functions anyway. So, you know, whether or not you prescribe to that or not is entirely up to you. It's just kind of how I'm basing this framework. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. It's worth doing. I think I do it for Pantheon too. 229 to the 3 enemies who dealt the most damage. What's the damage scale on that? I'm getting distracted by game. Do the 3 enemies. See, I'm terrible at keeping multiple topics in my head because I've already forgotten what I was talking about before. 229, what is it? 200%. It's probably worth doing, actually. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. We ball. Okay, so that gives Omnivamp. Maybe we give him... It does. Maybe we give him Sunfire. Realize I missed an Urgot. It's okay though. Right. What the fuck were we talking about? See, I'm already fucking lost. Was shit, see, I do this all the time. I'll be chatting with my buddy, right, and we'll get into topics like this, and I'll be going and going and going. Something will go off on a tangent, and I will just completely lose track of whatever the hell we were talking about. I do it all the time. It's terrible. See, it was the personality types. Oh, right, because I think about like what makes a good streamer, right? What's gonna get you views, right? And you know, I think it's gonna be optimism and positivity and like cheerfulness and, you know, overreactions, right? All things that don't really like click well with me. It's like I'm generally chill. I don't overreact much. It's like I'm not all that chatty. It's like, so when I think about these things in this new field that I haven't really done before, it's like, oh, well, you can't do it, right? Because introverted intuition person, you lean negative. The only facts you ever remember are the negative things that happen. You can never remember anything positive, right? It's like, so since you're wired that way, just by nature of the personality type, right? It's like, so you're going to think about this thing, and of course the thing that you think is going to be successful is going to be all the things you aren't, right? That's not great. That's not a good way to be doing things. I just got 3 fucking Mordekaisers from one goddamn thing. That's crazy. Because of that, it's like I remember when I was starting doing this, it was like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm like in a good mood to do it. I gotta make sure I have energy. And naturally, it's like any working adult, right? It's like, when do you have energy? See, it's leaking through. That positivity is leaking through, right? But it's like, when are you ever going to be at 100%? It's like, never. You're never going to be at 100%. It's like, but if you're a perfectionist, if you're always leaning towards like, oh, well, got to do things right, can't screw up. It's like, you get in these situations, it's like, you're just never going to start. Right, and I have issues. I think all of the NI types that I have met have had issues with starting things. It's like they're great at finishing things. If you can get them to just fucking start something, they'll keep going forever. It's like, you get, like, this is the type where you get them to fall for somebody, and it's just like, damn, that person will be on their head forever, right? It's like, stuff like that. It's like, they'll commit to one like skill, one belief, one task forever, and they will just see it to the fucking grave, right? Where am I going here? This would be fun. This would actually be really fun with the punk scaling. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Why not? We're not here to win. We're here to have fun. You know what's crazy is I just threw myself off with the fucking augment picking. God damn it. I gotta get better at that. That's another thing I gotta practice. Is just the multitasking with ideas. I gotta like record myself and have it on quick play so I can just play it real quick so I can get back on my topic. Actually, this might be one of those things where it's like if I actually had like a chat, they could just be like, "Hey, dumbass, we know you forgot. Let me remind you what the fuck you were talking about." It's the positivity thing, right? Yeah, I try not to double back on myself because I have a bad habit of repeating myself to people. And right, the buddy I was talking about before, it's like I'll repeat myself and he'll be like, "You already said that. You already said that." Right? Because he's a detail-oriented type, right? He's got the function that like allows people to, right? And everybody's got all the functions, the priority by which things go, and by nature of the priority, right? They do different things, right? And for him, he can remember details. If he tries, he can remember everything about anything that happens, right? It's annoying as fuck because, like, you know, he remembers things and I don't, right? And, I don't know. Leaves me in a fun position of forgetting things. Damn, I really can't remember where I was before. Let's try to... I guess the point of it all was, like, you should be focused on what it is that you're effective at, what you're wired for, right? And I think this applies to everything, not just streaming, right? Once you know the type of person you are, you should be trying to optimize, right? Because, well, like, what else can you do? Like, if your reaction time is dog shit, if you're not able to, like, hand-eye coordinate stuff, it's like you going and like playing basketball or being a football player is kind of out of your reach. You know, like even if you kind of devote everything to it, it's like if your reaction time is just shit, if your endurance is shit, if your body just can't keep up, it's like, what are you gonna do? Right? And I don't mean to undermine hard work. It's like generally, right, the people who do work harder can end up like hyper successful in whatever they do because, right, you just work harder than everybody else. You're going to be better at it. But I mean, let's not pretend like people aren't wired for different things. It's like everybody knows that. I think people deny that. And generally, right, and I'm gonna keep fucking throwing around the word generally. Generally, people don't enjoy things that they're not wired for. Generally. Right, you take somebody who's like hyper feelings based, right? They really care about, like, let's say, I don't know, the vibe of like situations and they want everybody to be happy. It's like you take that person and you put them in like Fight Club scenario, it's like they're gonna be miserable. They're gonna be fucking miserable. I have to use my items. Lost my win streak. Damn. I'm gonna blame that on my chatting. Where's my... We gotta get to blue now, maybe? We don't even have... Okay, we don't have Vi done. I'm getting distracted again. This ain't good. Yeah, maybe playing TFT was not the play. I figured I could do it because I kind of no-brain this game, but apparently I use my brain a bit more than I think I do. The hell are the Vi's? I didn't think about it, but I should have been grabbing the Vexes. Alright, I'll give him Sunfire next round. That's okay. Right, so generally, I'm doing it again, and I'm repeating myself. That's okay. That's how I get back on topic. People want to do the things they're wired for. Like, so, if you're charismatic, if you're cheerful, if you're, like, generally a happy person, right, you probably look into streaming. It's like, if you can ping off ideas very quickly, if you're witty and you're able to, like, make jokes and you know, jump from topic to topic, if you're able to read chat and just go nuts with the different thousands of ideas that are going strolling by the stream, right? It's like, try streaming, man. You'll probably take off very quickly. Like, you'll be clippable. You'll be fun to be around. People will be having a good time. People will talk about you, right? You make people feel happy. It's like, that's the quickest route to success in the entertainment business. It's like, naturally, right? It's like, but is that the only way? I think that's kind of the more interesting bit, at least for me, right? Because, well, I guess I'm me focused. Let's get the magic one first. I think we do Evan Shroud and then we pimp out Amumu, right? Right, so I'm not wired that way. It's like, I'm introverted, intuition, like, dominated guy, right? So how does somebody like me kind of go about it? And well, it's you gotta take the advice that you give out to other people, right? That's general rule for life, right? And do I actually get no, it's fine, right? So the advice I'm giving to my buddy, right? And I guess I wouldn't even clarify it as advice necessarily. It's just, we're just chatting, right? But I do think it's right. You should do what you're wired for. Like, so I'm not gonna pretend to be, like, happy-go-lucky, optimistic, cheerful positivity, man. It's like, it's just... I'm getting rid of that. If anything, we'll do Poppy, but I gotta finish one of these. We're just not gonna do it that way. What is this? I don't know what this is. So, how do you do it as me, right? As INTJ, introverted intuition dude, right? Well, why not do what you enjoy, right? What type of chatting do I enjoy, right? I enjoy staying up until fucking 4 in the goddamn morning, which it is right now, ironically, and chatting about some stupid deep idea topic that, like, really has no bearing on reality and won't actually, like, literally change anything, right? Maybe mentally it can change things, maybe metaphysically it can change things, right? But in terms of practicality, it's a waste of fucking time. It's like, but like, for things that I enjoy chatting about, it's like, you get me on a topic like this, I'll just fucking ramble for hours, you know? I mean, we've been going, it's probably only been like 40 minutes, right? But like, I've had chats like this with other people, and I think it helps to have the other person, because it helps me stay on track, and it helps me me breathe kind of new life into it, because I'm very tunnel visioned when I talk. Right, but so I just kind of had the thought today as I was chatting with him, and, like, I don't know, just chilling in bed by myself. I was like, well, why not give it a shot, right? Why not just start up the stream, actually start up the stream, because you'll sit there and, like, not want to start, because that's just the way I am. I gotta use my fucking items. I'm fucking lose the game because I'm not paying attention. I don't know, right? So I went ahead and started it. It's interesting, right? Because I've never considered myself, like, low confidence. That's never really been an issue for me. Where do I go here? Needing damage. Rageblade? Sure. Right, that's never, like, been a really big issue for me. We go... Okay, that's good. Let's give you the armor. Let's see what the fuck this is. That's just a level 2 Zac. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Oh, loot subscription, right. Shame I can't use it. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Let's do Infinity Edge on you, another Rage Blade on you, and a Rage Blade on you. Fuck it. We ball. Right, I'm sorry, I'm off topic again. So I enjoy the late night chats, right? Right. It's just fun for me. I don't know. And it really is kind of akin to what I'm doing right now. And that's, I guess that's the whole point, right? To be as authentic as you can. And the only way to do that, right? Especially if you're trying to do quote-unquote entertainment, right? Is you gotta be doing something that you enjoy. And, right, of course, the thing that you enjoy is gonna be the thing that you're generally good at. I don't think I'm too unbearable to listen to when I get like this. It depends on the type of person. Right, like obviously I'm not going for Mass Effect here. And I think because I'm wired to be pragmatic, I think about it and I go, well, if you can't do the most pragmatic thing, right, which in my opinion is to be the optimistic, happy, cheerful, like, good times, vibey person, right? It's like I think it's pointless. It's like where I lean towards thinking it's pointless, even though it's not. It's like I think about just the list of streamers I listen to, and it's like, no, you got all fucking types, man. You got all fucking types. It's like to sit there and be like, there's only one tried and true method of being successful is silly. It's just silly. Good enough. That's a shame. We did not. Alright, we didn't get the buy. That's okay. We gotta move on, though. It's like I sit here dallying at level 7 more, I'm just gonna lose. Damn, can you imagine if I got a punk emblem here? That would have been so nice. So fucking nice. So we got emo. Can we use emo? Use that or executioner probably. I think we do executioner. Yeah. Executioner Aphelios? Sure. Okay. We got 2 tanks now. Hopefully next round it goes a little better. Actually, we might win it here. We do. Hell yeah. Alright, let me focus on game for a bit because we're getting towards the end. That's 4. That ain't bad actually. We don't need another Guardian. We do. Who would you trade out? Maybe Vi? Yeah, it'd be Vi. Let me see. Maybe we do that. Yeah, it'd be Vi. So I guess my thinking for it all was like, why bother trying to gimmick it, you know? It's like, because I can't sit a fucking stream and, like, be optimistic, happy person for fucking, like, 8 hours. That's impossible. I could never do that. It's like me going to, like, somebody's celebration where it's like, I don't know anybody. Like, I just get to sit there and be, like, awkward introvert boy, right? It's like, it's terrible, especially when I have to pretend to like be nice and care about like the other people at the place that I'm never gonna see again. It's like that is miserable. It's like I can do that for like an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. It's like it's so draining. I lose energy so fucking quickly. It's like, but I remember I got invited to a friend's birthday party, right? And never met these two kids in my whole life. It was my friend's his cousin, and who was the other kid? I think it was just his friend. It was just one of his friends, right? So a friend of a friend and that person's cousin, right? Never met these people in my entire life, and this was, I don't even know, we were all like 18 at the time. And we took over the hot tub and talked politics for fucking like, I don't even know, 7 hours. Never expected to be there that long. Didn't think I would want to be there that long, you know? And then that's just what ended up happening. Like we just debated ideas for fucking forever. It's funny because like I don't know, the other people that were there were judging the fuck out of us and none of us fucking cared. It was great. It was good stuff. I had a great time. Like I remember that day with fondness, you know? It's like, but if I had to talk about the weather that whole time, or like who was dating who, or like the latest football game, it's like I would have been fucking miserable. That would have been terrible. It's like one, I wouldn't be able to have a conversation like that forever. It's like, and I would get sick of it so fucking quickly. It's like, but us pointlessly bitching about like, I don't know, like our takes on abortion because it's fun, right? It's like none of us are getting offended. Nobody's getting like angry at each other. We're just talking ideas. It's fun, man. Just sit there and do it forever. Like one of the things I love talking about like a ton is just like personality theory. It's just fun for me. It's like, but naturally it is, right? It's like you think about the types, like, you know, that's what I'm wired to do. It's like, so if we're going back to the original idea, right? Where what do you need to do to be a successful streamer, man? Well, it actually isn't the optimism, positivity, and like overreaction thing. It's like there's plenty of that. If anything, that's probably oversaturated the more I think about it, right? It's like, do I think it's probably your best like chance? Do I think it's like your best route to success? Probably, right? Because like clipping is the thing. It's like generally the clips that get well clipped, right? I won, by the way. Somehow I fucking won while chatting. That's crazy. I'm just gonna start at the next match. I'm not even gonna. We're not even gonna keep going. Or I guess we are. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, but so if you don't need to be those things, it's like, well, you just focus on whatever is authentic, and you'll probably be able to do it. It's like so long as you're consistent about it, right? It's like, and there is a level of that, right? You do something for X amount of time, and then bang, you've made it, right? It's like, what is it? Like, so many people, once you try, you're already ahead of like X% of people. I don't remember the quote. Right, I'm terrible with details, but oh, that's the thing we could talk about. Right, so I guess this correlates more to me, right? So introverted intuition, man, right? It's like this is all Jungian theory. I was reading, no, I was on TikTok, right? And it was one of those clips where it's they just blatantly steal it from like a movie or a show. I think it's a show, this one. The guy's name was Thomas Shelby. I don't know why I remember that. I don't remember the show's name, right? But it's like the like European British dude who's like a gangster guy, right? And yeah, none of that matters, right? So the quote was something along the lines of, and I'm gonna butcher the quote because I'm terrible with details. I should just Google it. I'm just gonna Google it on the side. So I'm gonna destroy it, and it's not gonna make any sense. Let me see. Thomas Shelby quote. I'm sure it'll come up. I'm sure it'll come up. Be very embarrassing if it didn't, you know. gotta accept the queue. Damn, I am not finding it, and that fucking disappoints me. It was something along the lines of like people I hate, like myself, but I like all, or but everybody else is worse. Something along the lines of that. I'm gonna be so sad if I can't find it. Actually makes me kind of want to watch the show, unironically. God, I actually can't find it. That's so funny. I remember Googling it like the other day because I was thinking about it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. All right, so I have this weird self-esteem issue where I hate myself, but I still think I'm better than everybody else. And I read this, right? And I remember watching the clip, and the whole time I'm thinking, oh, this guy's the same, has the same like layout of thinking that I do, right? Because I know what this is, and maybe I'm projecting, right? But you have pattern brain, right? And you have no detail recollection, right? Well, you do, but it's your last function of the shadow, right? So what that means is like this only comes out in like the worst possible like light. Like when you are at your absolute worst, does this function actually kind of shine, right? And since it's gonna come out in your worst, right? It's all negative, right? So introverted sensing is effectively the I remember details part of the personality theory, right? And this is all Jungian. If you want to look it up later, nobody's probably watching, whatever, right? So that is my dead last one, and it is the last one of the shadow. So it's like the only things I remember are negative, right? But you have pattern brain. But since you have pattern brain, you run everything through the patterns of everything you've ever experienced, right? That's effectively what intuition is, right? And when you think about yourself, it's like, why does he hate himself, right? Why does he have this self-esteem issue? It's like, well, when he goes through the patterns, or when he goes through the patterns of himself, right? It's like you got to justify everything. And in his shadow, he has TI, right? And that's in the critic slot. So it's criticizing everything that he thinks about himself. So any achievement he's ever done is immediately being criticized by the only facts that he can remember, the only details he remembers, which is the negative ones, right? His SI is his last function, so the only thing he remembers are negative things, right? So let's take like the game I made recently, right? I don't know what I'm running. I might just run Punk again because I don't have to think. I made a game, and I made a game for a competition, right? And it was a good game. I'm very proud of the game I made. In terms of mechanics, I think it was better than the other ones in the competition. In terms of art style, I think it was better than all of them but one. In terms of like gameplay and just like overall fun, you know? I think it was second to the one that ended up winning, right? I didn't even make it to the top 4, right? And it's interesting because why would that be the case if the things I said before were true, right? Well, in my right, so the person who played it and ended up judging them couldn't get through the first section of the game. It was too hard. It was too hard, right? But whose fault is that, right? It's mine. It's mine because I was too tunnel visioned and I didn't think about like the audience in which I was working with, you know? Trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going right now. So, how does this correlate? How does this go back to what we were talking about? Right, pattern brain into critique mode, right? Okay. So, when I recall like this game I made, right, and this was in the last year, the only thing I really think about is like, damn, I fucked up. It's like I don't think about those positive things that I just listened to, right? I think about how, oh, I made it too difficult. I screwed up. It's like, look, dude, when I think about that game and I think about like my achievement, which was making this game in less than a month, this thing that I'm like in hindsight very impressed with and very proud of, right? My first thoughts whenever I think about it, negative. It's like, yep, that's the thing you fucked up. Right? You could have won that competition. You could have been kind of put on the map. It's like, no, but you fucked it up because you made it too difficult, right? And I gotta catch myself. I'm like, hey, whoa, hey now, you can't only remember the bad things. You gotta logic your way through it and be like, oh yeah, but there were those good things. It's like in terms of like work speed, I did great. In terms of like actually getting together the whole project, great. It's like mechanics, coding, all that shit, great. It's like, but none of that comes to mind. That's all post. I have to rationalize my way through it. It's like, so you go back to this Shelby quote, right? It's like, self-esteem issue where he hates himself, but everybody else is still worse. Right? It's like, it's because you're your own worst critic, you know? It's like you think back to the things you've achieved and none of them are good enough. Sorry, but then you think pattern brain, you go and involve yourself with other people, right? It's like, okay. I think we're gonna focus executioner, why not? Make it easy. So you think about in relation to other people. It's like, oh yeah, but whenever I'm in a group project, whenever I'm in a team project, whenever I'm like, I don't know, like back in school days, whenever I'm in these situations where I'm forced to work in a group as a team, it's almost always me doing all the work. Like, in terms of MVP, in terms of person, like, putting in the most effort and getting the shit done, it's always me. Right? And if those are your patterns, if those are the things that constantly keep happening in your life over and over and over again, right? You're going to have this take where it's like, I can't remember anything good about myself. But when I recall the events where I'm interacting with other people, like, god damn it, these fucking people. Right, and obviously I'm not, like, this isn't supposed to be like, oh, this guy just thinks he's better than everyone. I just think I'm better than everyone. It's like, no, that's not the case. It's like, it's because you're extremely harsh on yourself, but you're also extremely harsh on everybody else. So it just leads to the kind of a double negative where it's just like you just end up kind of more pessimistic, I guess. I'd love to meet like the introverted intuitive type, right? That has a pattern of nothing but everything going right, you know? Where it's just like, whenever they involved themselves with the people, it went great. Right? They were never ignored, they were never pushed to the side. It's like, everything just kind of worked, right? I'd be curious to see, like, what type of person they end up as. Right? Because if you're running on pattern brain, and if your detail recollection leans negative, it's like, would you be as forgetful? Would you recall positive things instead? I don't know. Right, it's one of those things where I think about stuff like this and I'm like, damn, I wish I went to school for psychology, because I'd be so curious about, like, if there was even a way to kind of, like, figure out any of this, because it would just be neat. It would just, like, wants to know, you know? I'm not really sure what the trick is either, right? Right, because a lot of this, like, personality theory is done with the purpose of people living more fulfilled. I didn't say happy, fulfilled lives, right? Um, That's fine. Maybe we get rid of him. I don't know. Right, so how do you take this information and kind of, like, apply it? Right, so if you're wired this way, and this is how, like, kind of all your information processes, I was thinking about it and I'm like, damn, that actually just kind of sucks. Because on first glance, it's like, oh, well, you're entirely contingent on whether or not you kind of had a happy, like, positive life, right? Because if you didn't, then that stuff is all going to build up in this personality type, and you're gonna end up coming out of it more negative, you know? But I don't think that's, like, right, nothing's 100%. And, like, everybody has free will, right? We're not gonna have that debate, right? We're just gonna assume it's true, because, like, fuck that. Oh boy, I would need somebody to argue with to have that conversation, right? But anyway, so just like with me and the game thing, where I think back on it and I think about it like radically negative, right? It's like you gotta stop yourself. You gotta stop yourself and use the rest of your functions, right? You're capable of rational thought. You gotta rationalize your way through it and realize, hey, it wasn't just you fucking up. It wasn't just you screwing up. All these achievements, or should be achievements, that you have in your past, right? You can't just remember all the bad. You gotta rationalize your way through it and remember some of the positives. It's like, and I think that's the trick for these types of people. It's like you gotta think back to all the things that have happened, and like, right, you think back on it and it's all negative. You gotta think a little deeper, you know? Try a little harder, right? Because it's easy to just kind of fall into that line of thinking, and I know because I do it myself, right? It's like, yeah, but it's more than that, you know? Let's do 4. What do we run here? Dragon's Claw? Sure. I think we wait for crit, right? For Twitch. This goes with crit too. How much is Executioner anyway? 15? Yeah, okay, that's not much. We still want Infinity Edge. I don't know, I think it's a interesting kind of way to think about it all. Right, and I might be projecting on the quote there, because I haven't seen the show. It's just the few things that I have seen. I see the character and I'm like, damn, that's me for real, for real. Maybe I just want to be a cool fucking British gangster. Who knows? That could be it. Where do we go here? I'm gonna go Wellness Trust. I mean, we're not going for peak here. If we can just hit top 4, that's good enough. Can we get 4 yet? We can. Can we do that? It's not worth doing. Maybe? It's fine. Just run it like that for now. We don't need rapid fire. If anything, we'll go, what's her name? Caitlyn, when I get her. The confidence thing is interesting too, right? Because I think about the Shelby quote, and like the perception I have on streaming. Like a lot of the reason I like put effort into making this little VTuber guy, right? And this took probably several months to put together and figure out how to do it, right? That's on top of like figuring out audio settings and all the OBS stuff. I'm too much of a perfectionist to where, like, y'all wouldn't fucking believe how much time I put into just OBS mic settings. To the point where it's, like, kind of scary. But anyways, right, we don't have to talk about that. Shit, I completely lost my point. That's crazy. I'm telling you, sometimes it just floats away from you. This is it. This is why I need a chat right here. Be like, retard. Bro. We're literally just talking about it. What's wrong with you? I guess that gets me onto something else, right? Because now I'm just thinking about the Jungian cognitive theory, right? Because I'm like, yeah, I'm terrible at detail remembering. Just disappears. I'd forget my own fucking like birthday if people didn't remind me. I'll catch myself doing like documents and stuff where I'm just like, wait, when was I born? How old am I? Shit. Dates are horrible. I remember going through school and it was like some teachers would just want dates on everything, and I'm just like, I don't know what fucking day it is. You lose your shit when I take out my phone, so like, what do you want from me? I'm not even sure why I grabbed the armor. I guess option-wise there wasn't much here. Wonder if it gets easier to kind of have chats like this, you know, for extended periods of time. Right? And well, see, this is what I do normally, but it's usually with somebody else. Like, I'll have chats with people, like, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours throughout the night, right? Where we'll just go on one topic, and that topic will lead you to another topic, and that topic will lead you to another topic, right? And I'm great at wiring in on one specific thing, and then just hammering that hard until we kind of flesh it out, right? And it works best when I'm with somebody who can kind of jump and ping around, and it's probably why I lean towards, oh, it's the witty, optimistic types that would be successful here, right? Because those are the types where when I am with those types, like, I can just go on and on forever, right? So, but you pair me up with a type like that, and it actually goes very well. I think I did a league stream with that buddy of mine that I'm talking about, and basically that's what we were doing. We were just kind of chit-chatting the whole time. I actually think for that stream in particular, I was acting more optimistic and positive. I think there's probably merit in there somewhere. I'm sure there is, right? Like, in all things, it's, you can't really say one way or the other. But I think the kind of late night vibe, where it's just chatting with a buddy throughout the night, it's like, I could do that. I could do that. It's like freaking out when you kill a boss, freaking out when you win a match. I could not do that. It's like chatting throughout the night about, like, silly, pointless, deep topics. I could do that. I could do that, and I could enjoy it. I don't know. I think back to, like, the times I've enjoyed the most, like, specific individual people, and that's what it is every time. It's always the types where you can kind of stay up and talk about something and really, like, dive into it. Especially when they add, like, a lens to something that you don't have, you know? It's like, oh, damn, I did not see it that way at all. Fuck. Alright, I gotta think about this now. It's like, when that shit happens, that shit's the best. It's so interesting, because I've met people who are like, no, you can't ever even suggest an idea that might slightly allude to me being wrong. Right? And they'll get all up in arms about it. It's like, especially when it's on, like, beliefs or values, which are, like, two topics I just absolutely love to talk about. It's like, the moment you start getting there, some people get so offended so quickly. I do not need any of these blue buffs. Okay. I've got a plan. Bear with me. Fuck. Oh, it's Olaf. The way. Right, I'll just compare everything to that birthday hot tub trip that I had, right? It's like, that was a very enjoyable time for me. In a environment where 9 times out of 10 I am fucking miserable. It's like every like group big gathering thing or like party situation where nobody knows each other that I've been to has been fucking miserable, right? But that one, it's like, that one was fun as fuck. That was a great fucking time. One of those things where it's like, if I'm ever invited to those things again, it's like, fucking hell. Just bring a sign with me. It's like, deep topics. I'll be in this corner, you know? Politics, religion, whatever the fuck. I don't care. No, I will not get offended. Oh, boy. Only other people didn't get offended. I guess that's what we were talking about, right? I don't know, I find it so interesting because I'm like, I have so much fun talking about that shit, and then some people, like, they just can't handle it. So I think it's because people's like identities get very tied up with their beliefs. It's like religious or otherwise. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like you talk to hard right wingers, hard left wingers, heavy Christians. It's like really strong Jewish people. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like you start to talk about the ideas themselves behind things. It's like, and it contradicts what they believe. Oh boy. If they aren't the right type of person, they get offended very quickly. It's like, and that's everybody to some extent, surely. So I don't know. I think my type is a little more wired for it. There was this one time, since we're on the topic, where I kind of noticed like the distinction in values between, like, because I think what I'm describing here is intuition. I think it's intuition, because the types where I get to have these talks are either FI types or intuitive types. It's like if they're not those two types, it's like they do not enjoy conversation like this. And I think the clearest example is when I was hosting, and it was like a family event thing, and my family wasn't there, or they weren't there yet, right? What the fuck am I grabbing? I need crits. Fuck, he grabbed the crits. What the fuck do I grab? Armor. And I was hosting my cousins, right? And they were there, and for like, I don't know, like an hour or so, they were talking about how people back home, right, back their home, getting married or bought a car or got a house, right? They're talking about the specific events like that for people I don't know, right? So I'm just like kind of smiling and nodding, right? Yep, smile and wave, you know. I have nothing to add to this conversation. It's like I don't enjoy talking about like, oh, right, like I made a game, or oh, I've like taught myself how to code. Oh, I'm learning how to draw. I'm learning how to sing. Right? It's like I'm not just gonna bring that stuff up, right? Because I'm an idea guy. I like talking about ideas. I don't talking about like specific things that are happening. You know, it's just not something I'm interested in. So eventually, when they kind of talked about kind of cliche small talk things, right? They brought up the game, right? They were like, "Oh, yeah, your mom was talking about how you were making a game. That's interesting. Tell us about that," right? So I start talking about it, right? And we get on the topic of like testing the game, right? Because that's a big part of the game, right? And that's, I guess, I don't know, I can't remember the details exactly, but I imagine that's why I brought it up. That was the part I was working on at the time, right? So I bring up testing, and they ask me, "Oh, well, do you have any friends that are testing out your game, right? That you can ask to play through it and try it out, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've actually got like a bunch of internet people that I've been like running it through and getting their takes on it, right?" And it was so interesting because I can just remember like the way in which she asked this, right? She was like, "Oh, are they like real friends though?" Right? And it's so fascinating, right? Because I know to anybody who potentially sees this, right? It's like the only reason you've discovered this or are hearing me say this is because like you're probably an internet dweller yourself, right? And it's just like, damn, the normie take of like, are they your real friends though? Right? And I found this interesting, right? So my response was, oh yeah, no, it's actually very interesting because I think there's like a level of friendship that you can get that you can't really get with like your real life friends. Like you can, but I find it's easier with the online people. And they just kind of stared at me, right? They were very confused that I just said that, right? And so I keep going, and I'm like, well, I've actually found that like with like the anonymity, right, that comes with being online, that you can actually like get to people's real selves a lot quicker than you can in like real life with people who have kind of, I don't know, some sort of not control, but like effect on your real life. What the fuck am I going? We have no crits for a crit build. Maybe we go Executioner 6. Alright, let's give you Deathblade. Give you Red. And let's give you Giant Slayer, sure. And let's give you... Boom. Alright, perfect. We have a build going. It's something. Hopefully it's functional. You know, I didn't think this through. I'm running fucking Punk, and I didn't, like, farm my Punks. Imagine. Right, so... I say that to them, that I've actually found that with like the internet people and like the anonymous like factor that comes into play, especially online, right? You can get people to open up, you can get people to talk about things that they normally wouldn't talk about like in real life. And me being like, you know, idea man, deep topic guy, like that's fun for me. It's like when people actually like share how they feel and think about things, it's like, and they don't feel like they're going to be attacked. It's like, that is great. That is the most fun I can have, right? So I say that to them, and these are the people who just asked me, are they your real friends, though, right? Not thinking that they would be. It's like I say that to them, and I could just tell by their reactions that everything I just said, the only thing they heard was, oh yeah, sometimes they feel like they can be like more real than your real ones because of this, right? And then I start explaining. The only thing they heard was me saying that, oh yeah, internet friends are the real ones, the IRL ones are all fake, right? And it was, obviously I'm not saying that, right? And it just, like, something clicked in my head. The fucking Dom eureka moment in my head where I'm just like, that's the difference right there. I've discovered the difference between like me and these types. This is the oof. Where do I go here? I don't think we go Caitlyn. I think we try to get another Executioner. So we get rid of Yo. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I have to think. I want to lose all my points. I gotta stay above 40 too. Right, so this like distinction in like topics that these two types of people like to talk about, and I think the distinction is sensing versus intuition, right? And it was just in that moment where I was like, oh my god, they like to talk about things and I like to talk about ideas, because the moment I turn the conversation into, hey, let's talk about the idea, right, of people being more real when they have like a mask or an icon to hide behind, where there's no bearing on their real life, right? There's no pressure of that person having any sort of power over them, because you can just block, unfriend, and move on, right? Because of that, thank God. Okay. Because of that, it makes it more real, more genuine, right? I wanted to pull it into Idea Land. They wanted to talk about cars, who's getting married, and houses, right? It's like they wanted to talk about things. They wanted to talk about who's in a relationship with who. They didn't want to talk about ideas. They wanted to talk about things that are happening, right? It's like, it was just in that moment. It became so clear where I was just like, damn, This is it right here. They don't know how to have the conversation about the idea, and I do not want to have the conversation about the things. And because of it, there's just this disconnect. This vast disconnect that, like, seems to be the problem I have had with most people I have met in my entire life. It's only physical damage. I think I give it to a collie. Even if it's not very well optimized. Oof, I gotta roll down. Okay, here we go. Perfect. And we get... Ooh, shit. Almost fucked up. Oh, I almost really fucked up. Ah, okay. We gotta make decisions here, don't we?
Fine. Let's do this.
Fuck, I just passed it. I'm gonna cry.
I'm dancing.
Shit, we might actually be fucked. No, we got another round. We got at least one more round. No. I lose this one for sure. And it's so interesting, right? To realize that that's what it is, right? Because I don't know what you do about it. Right, like, me knowing about it means that, oh shit, okay, these are things people, they want to talk about things. They don't really want to talk about ideas. They're not wired to talk about ideas, so it makes sense that they wouldn't want to, right? It's no different than me, right? It's not like a judgment thing. It's not like an IQ thing. It's not like a fucking mental thing. It's like they don't enjoy this type of conversation. They're not wired for it. On some level, I'm wondering if it's better to just not even try, right? Because when I would try, right, and because you're a stupid kid growing up, you only really see things how you see things, right? Even if you understand everybody's different. Ooh. Okay.
It is the end.
Let's go Hand of Justice, put it on a collie. Change of plans. This is a fucking shame we couldn't find a Twitch. Fuck me. Okay, well. We're not getting level 9. Alright, back to topic, I guess. So, me knowing that means I could potentially be more understanding and more forgiving and more open-minded, right, to these types of people. It's like, but these types of people are never going to do that for me, I don't think. I don't know, right? Because the take with the cousin thing kind of leads me where I'm like, damn, they actually thought I was being malicious with that comment when I didn't mean it that way at all. It's like, I can see how they got there, right? But I did not fucking mean it that way. Well, fuck me. No, I didn't even think to check. Somebody else is running them. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see. Hopefully I can survive. We got a level 2 Akali, maybe. Level 2 Akali, level 3s. Level 3s. Maybe that's good enough. We still get... No, we just get the gold now. Okay, that's fine though. Was he out? I think he's out. Ooh, can I actually get my unit now? Yeah, I think we can. Probably not gonna matter. I already fucking wasted all my money, but... Yes. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay, that's okay. we run it that way. Uh-oh. Ooh, I got lucky. No, I did not. Fuck. God damn, what nuked my board? Well, that's a level 3 Ezreal. Never mind. We fucking lose. Okay, well, we made it to 4th. That's all we were going for, so it's fine. Maybe we get 3rd. Max out crit, fuck it. Was that 20, 40, 60? She'll be at 80, so she'll crit on everything. What a shame. Damn. Actually could not get that last switch. Alright. I don't know. I hope I don't sound like too elitist on the personality thing. I'm not trying to. Like, I think because I'm good friends with like a lot of the thing type people, right? And like they're fun to hang out with, and a lot of them are like genuine, right? Just interesting, right? Because I don't know. Reminds me of the thing that happens with extroverts and introverts, right? Where you'll have an extrovert be like, "Hey, why are you so quiet? Just don't be," you know? Like, just don't be sad. Just be happy and be outgoing. Like, just do it, right? Not realizing that, like, of course you're saying that. You're the extrovert, right? And it's akin to the person responding back where they're like, "Hey, what? Like, why are you so quiet? Why are you so fucking loud?" You know, right? It's like it's the same thing. It's like y'all don't realize it's the same thing. It's like even though the person who says, "Hey, why are you so loud?" is like the bad one, right? And it's because extroversion generally, right, leads positive. And because you lean positive, right, you're always going to kind of be in that light, while the other side is, well, going to lean negative. It's just how it is, right? Is it fair? No. It's like, but nothing's fair. It's just, that's the world. That's how it is. Do I have a point to that? No. No, I do not. But I talked about it. And that's all that matters. Because I guess at the end of the day, all we're doing here is just practicing. God, I could really use some coffee right now. I get some coffee in me, I could probably go for a couple more hours. I was debating doing Darkest Dungeon 2 today. But I went with TFT because, I don't know. I felt tired. And I figured if we were going to do one that would distract me less, it would be TFT, but who knows. Seems like I had distracted out of the way. I don't know, maybe a way to think about this whole thing, right? Because this is something I've wanted to do for a while. So maybe the best way to think about it is to go with my friend's take. Right, he leans more analytical. It's like, go with that side and kind of treat it like an experiment, you know? Because I wonder if talks like this, kind of late night chat vibes, like, can that be enough? Can that be enough to garner an audience? Can it? I don't know. Maybe. It's like, I've definitely seen podcasts get to this level, but it's usually after, like, hours, like an hour or so of them being, like, goofy story time, you know? It's like, it can happen. It's like, but generally, right, I keep doing it. Like, a lot of the streamers that I see, unless if they're really good friends with the person they're collabing with, it's like they don't want to get particularly like deep, right? Because if you do, you know, you risk saying stuff that like you might get in trouble for later, which I get. And I think this is what happens with like the IRL things, right? Like with the, you know, are they your real friends comment from my cousins, right? It's like, or my aunts, my aunt and is it aunt and uncle? That's aunt and uncle. God fucking, I need my coffee. Goddamn. We might just go punk again because I'm fucking lazy and I'm not gonna use my brain at all today. Bro, this is not how you play TFT. We'll see, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll do something unique. Who knows? But I think that's what happens with people is like in real life you meet people that you're gonna be forced to interact with for who knows how long, right? Like coworkers, you know, like classmates, teachers, right? And it'll affect your reputation if you say things that you believe, right? And they disagree, or they mishear you, or they misrepresent you, right? There's a billion different things that can end up happening, and like people just don't want to take the risk. I know because I'm one of them. Right? It's like I'm fucking risk averse. It's like I am. I generally manage things based on what is going to fuck me over the least rather than shooting for the stars, right? It's like, and part of that is because, well, I'm introverted intuition, man, and all the patterns, or most of the patterns that I've had throughout my life have been generally negative, generally, right? And because of that, it's like, well, you're gonna be more wired for risk aversion. It's like, but nowadays, it's like, what am I? I'm a fucking 2D image that I, like, handcrafted on a fucking pixel program so I could be a VTuber. It's like, nobody knows who the fuck I am. Like, nobody fucking cares. It's like, so why not just talk about the things you want to talk about? Well, you build a reputation on that and you don't start there. It's like, I can get it. I can understand it. It's like, why would you? We're gamblers. Actually check the board and see if somebody's running punk. You. There's like 3 people running punk. What the fuck? Why? Why y'all doing this to me? Make me use my brain. See anyone running Heartsteel? Nope, you. Okay. Well, something's getting contested. That's okay. No, I like to think the streamers that I like the most are like being their genuine selves. I think to some extent they have to be, right? Because like, fucking hell, how do you do it for like, you know, 5, 6+ years and still kind of be the same person if you were faking that whole time? It's like, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, there are types that are like generally better at fucking like wearing masks, right? But it's like you stretch that out across time, it's like people usually fall back to how they are. Did I say generally like 3 times there? I think I did. Fucking hell. I have a problem. And tell you what it is too, it's like I'm just covering my tracks, right? I just don't want to be wrong. I don't want to say something stupid. It's like, and in that vein, it's like, right, you're doing the same thing. And you're kind of policing what you say and what you think, so that way you don't say anything stupid that comes back to bite you. Right, but the whole internet thing, it's like you have that anonymity, blah, blah, blah. Jesus, words today. You can hide behind it. It's like, and with that, I don't know, as long as you're leading with the front foot that like, well, I'm just gonna talk about things that some people are gonna find uncomfortable. It's like, you kind of swing for the hills, I think. I don't know how else I would do it. Right, it's like, why would you fight your wiring to do it a different way, even if you see it as pragmatic, which I definitely do. Right? It's like, but you're never gonna catch me being the fucking goofball. That ain't gonna happen. Like what I spent like 20 something years not being that, it's like it's not gonna fly. Like one, I don't want to do that. Two, it's like I don't think I could do that, not for an extended period of time. Bloody hell. Lose my fucking mind. I don't have any problem with people that are, right? Like more power to you. I have fun hanging out with you. It's like, but I usually play the straight man in most of my interactions, so it's just how it is. Like, but there are streamers out there that like play the straight man. Like I watch plenty of them. It's like it's doable. People can do it. What I haven't seen is like consistent like late night chats of this. I have seen clips where it'll be people talking about a topic and they get like deep on something, right? And it seems to do pretty well. So it does make me wonder if like there's a world where this could work out. Right, and this is my optimism coming out, and that doesn't happen often, right? But it's like I imagine a world where it's like I can chat with like I don't know, interesting, intuitive people who like want to have these deep conversations for like 4 hours into the night, and that's like a planned collab. That'd be fun as fuck. Now, how I would go about arranging that, I have no idea. It's like, well, I guess, right, to start, you do what I'm doing today, right? That'd be fun as hell, though. I'd just be curious if, like, it would scare people off or not. Because it definitely scared off my cousins. The moment I said that stuff, right, and just waited for a response, they just sat there and stared at me. They had no idea what to say. It took so much self-control to not just start laughing. But after that moment, I gave up on, like, conversing. It was just smiles and waves and agreeing with, like, whatever was said, because I was done. It's just like, yeah, no, damn. It's like I tried so hard to turn this into a real conversation, y'all. Damn. Y'all killed it at birth. Right, but once again, it's like people are wired for different things. They're not wired for that talk. They don't even want to like attempt to interact with that talk. Just fucking died. That was one of those awkward silences where it's like, if you don't know better, you'll think you're the one that fucked up. That really was like an enlightening moment for me. Because it made me recall like the 50 trillion fucking times that's happened in like my school life growing up. It's like where I would try to turn something into a real conversation and it would just die. They would just take no part in it whatsoever. It's like, and naturally, like the American school system is just not made for that, you know? It's like, imagine trying to have that conversation about like IRL friends versus internet friends and like how like being anonymous can kind of like help with that. Like, imagine trying to have that conversation in the fucking cafeteria. That ain't fucking happening. Get fucking real. Like, you're actually insane. That is never happening. What's that? We go Sentinel 4 maybe? Get rid of these two. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let me think. How do we want to run this? Do we go Cassante for a bit? Trade him out for something better later on? Probably. I get one more Cassante here.
How should I proceed?
Come at me.
No, I cannot. Alright. That's all we're doing. I'm not spending more on that. Maybe we dump shit on Mordekaiser? We wait to see who I level up. Maybe. Let's do parting gifts. We're gonna have more items because of Heartsteel. Let's go. Let's max him out. So I don't know who I'm gonna put items on yet. So I think okay. We'll do it this way, because I don't even know if I want max sentinel or even 4 sentinels. I don't even know if that's worth running. Maybe. I have no idea. Can't imagine maxing out defense is going to win you any matches. Damn, he already has an Ezreal. That's crazy. Lucky bastard. There we go.
Show me who you are.
Damn, see, if I was running Punk, I could just re-roll, and that's all I would have to use my brain for. It would be great. Like, now I have to think. I gotta think about when I'm selling this Cassante. It's terrible. Like, I'm sorry. I know I put on the TFT, but, like, it won't let me ramble about pointless personality bullshit. Really do think there's something to it, though. Right? Like, if you're doing streaming things, it's like, just play into your personality. Play into what you're wired for. Because I think about, like, the best streamers that I enjoy, right? It's like, that's what they do. The FI types, they play into, like, their ability to daydream, their ability to create, like, these crazy, insane, fictional scenarios in their head, right? And they just go with it. They just keep going. They make it more extreme. It's like, it works. It just works. We get a Thresh here, fuck yeah. Oh, we can't even use Thresh. What the fuck am I talking about? Still got Punk on the mind. It's like when I'm saying that, who comes to mind for that specifically? Somebody like Yanners, or who else? Who else fits into that? I should pull up my fucking Twitch. Who does fall into that? Can't just be Nian, right? I've met so many of this personality type, it can't just be her. Is it really? That's so funny. Yeah, I'm out of examples down. Alright, well, whatever. Right, but there's like the TI types. It's like they'll just sit there and like analyze the game they're playing. Right, and that's fun. It'll garner a certain audience. It's like, but it'll work, right? And if you're wired for it, why not just play that game? Damn, holy shit, maybe I do keep the Sentinels. They're gonna keep giving them to me, fucking hell. Maybe that's what I do. I actually have no idea how to optimize Hearthstone. You think I would know with how much I play TFT, but would it be worth giving him adaptive? No, he needs health. If we get him Warmogs, that'd be ideal. Yeah, pentakill potentially. What do you think, Edgelord? Yeah, maybe that's the play actually. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't even think about pentakill. That'd be 3. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Right, because if we do what, Viego and Kale, and we play that into Riven, that'd be 3 for Edgelord. We'd probably have to give up the 2 Sentinels, which would be Garen, right? Damn, we are getting lucky. Holy shit. We're selling him, going for... Oh, he's already got it. Yeah, he's already got the Yon. No, we can get the other ones, but... I wonder if that's worth even going for at this point. Yeah, I have no idea. My brain's too tired to keep all the information in my head. That's another thing, man. It gets, like, the more exhausted I get, the less, like, energized. Well, that just makes sense, but I just, like, I can't remember details. They just slip my mind. There's plenty of times in, like, those late night chats I've had with people where you just, you can't even remember the last fucking word you said. Yeah, that's tragic. I think it'd be better for me to focus pentakill here. Ooh, okay, maybe not. Alright. We're committing. We've made our choice. Okay, that's 5. Okay, so who's the... No, it'd be Viego. We want Viego. Okay. Alright, easy, easy, easy. Ooh. We use Titans? We could, actually. Ooh, wait, we have a plan. Perfect. Throw all that shit on Viego. We just gotta get him. No, I think we hold out for Viego here. I don't think anyone's running him either. Ah, I'm holding out. Fuck. I'd be making a huge mistake. We don't need you. I don't even know why I'm considering you.
Do you hear that? It is the end.
Perfect. Boom. Boom. She's beautiful. She's fucking beautiful. Look at this beautiful bastard. I might win off that. 5. Last one would be Kane, right? Wait, so who do we not need here? You. Wait, who's the other edgelord? Kale, right? Yeah. Do we go level 9 maybe? Try and get Viego? Or not Viego, Kane. I'll go for money here. So it'll just rotate through anyway. I don't know what I'm getting here for my second item anyway. What do we want on Kane? AP, right? Yeah, we want AP. Okay.
Let's give him a show.
What do we just put shit on Yorick since we already have him? These are the tough decisions that us hardcore TFT players have to know, you know? Do I focus Yorick here? Yeah, I'm not sure what's optimized. See, I feel like I've beaten the personality thing to death at this point, so I'm kind of just focusing on game now. Ooh, boy. I win. Alright, fuck yeah. It's a special ability. Is it... It's... Okay, it's just stats. Huh. Okay, that seems kind of shit. Okay, alright.
How should I
Can't do anything about it. Just run that for now. Kinda didn't realize I had my other edgelord. That's okay. I gotta figure out what I'm running. Fucking hell. We'll get the ability off. Come on. Fuck. Okay. Damn it. Shit. They got me.
Wait, hold up. We get paid for this.
Okay, this is what I need for Kane. So why don't I throw this on you for now? Surely we can get enough levels. Surely. And then I just take it off. Easy. Big brain. We got a plan. Yeah, I really didn't optimize for fucking parting gifts, did I? It's fine though. Kind of living on the fly here. Is that worth optimizing for? It might be. Where could we go with this? Bloodforge, maybe? If we just took this Bloodforged and just put it on you, like what would happen? Like what would happen, you know? I'm curious. Alright, we just trade it out for Kane or have it rotate. It'll be fine. Gotta live long enough to see the Kane. That's it. That's how we win this game. To be honest though, I did not think I would do this while kind of having my mind on other things. This will be our third win. I think we're guaranteed for fourth too, at least. We wait for Kane. I don't feel like using my brain anymore. We're just waiting for Kane. That's what we're doing. I think once I get him, I'm gonna move the Bloodforge to Yorick, and then move these to Kane. My Viego's getting fucking stun locked. Yeah, that's crazy. Punk seems to be the way to go, though. They buffed it this match. It just seems to be brain dead easy. You just kind of win. That's useless. Can I use this Karthus or anything? I would need the other pentakills, which I did not work for, so we're not gonna bother. Or we run this, and we give up on still 5. Which is actually probably worth doing, the more I think about it. No. No, it's not. Here we go. Boom. Ooh, boy. Barely won that. Alright. Let me see. Hopefully I optimized for this correctly. I don't know if I did. The Punk has not lost a fucking match, and he's about to get a fucking Punk emblem. Right. Okay. How do I win this? Can I win this?
Do you hear
It's a
that?
level 2 York for free.
It
Cool.
is the end.
Fuck it, we ball. You, it's 4, and you, it's 5. Okay, we get rid of you. Okay. Fuck, I messed up. Damn it. Okay. Do I try to level up here for Edgelord 5? We have a level 2 Yorick. I think we can. Fuck. Maybe not. What else could we get to level 2? I'm not even sure. Besides Kane. Okay, we roll for Kane.
Into the spotlight.
Fuck, 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 fuck. We don't need attack speed. Fuck yeah, okay. Oh, we're golden, okay. Let's try and get a Kane real quick. Fuck. It's fine. Oh, I think we lose. Damn, it's so strong. It's so strong. It's crazy. Alright, well. We tried our best. Okay, well that's something. If I tried manipulating a bit, try and get to that Jinx. Shit, I gotta move. Okay, I gotta reposition things more. I need to go on where the gain is. Okay.
Their fates sealed by my hand.
Let's go Sunfire, fuck it. Can we get a Kane? We can, cool. way. No way. What the hell? Are we actually about to win this game? Maybe. It's 250. Give me the money. Give me the fucking money. Fuck it, we ball. No fucking way. Yes. Okay. Oh boy. That's the biggest reaction I'm gonna give right there. There you go, guys. We did it. Oh boy. Oh hell yeah. We are just gonna win this match. Fuck me. Alright, that would have secured it for sure. Wild card. So he switches phases. If you win, it gives you gold, and if you lose, you gain 1 health. It's not super great. But it doesn't matter because I got a level 3 Viego. Because I'm lucky. Oh, hell yeah. I think I just win. I don't think Punk can do anything about level 3 purple. Yeah, I got nothing to do now, so I'm just gonna rest easy. Oh boy. Damn, I lucked out so hard, that's crazy. What is he doing? 1200? And then 1000 per auto? Yeah, that's fine. Up, I lose. Jeez, Punk is balanced, guys. Ah, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Ow. Oh, I was so confident. I was so confident that I had that. Alright, I'm shook. That's insane. Damn, I swear, I think all the effort went into the space TFT one. There is no universe where I should have lost that. God damn, alright, well. It's okay, he's scaled by re-rolling a lot. I just lost to Punk with a level 3 purple with, like, top tier items on him. That's crazy. I'm shook. That's okay. No big deal. Yeah, that was a slaughter. I didn't even come close. It's okay, we're getting there. One game at a time, I'll hit diamond. I'm sure of it. Never done it before, but one of these days. I don't know, it might just be me bitching, but I do think a lot of the balance, like patching, went into making this new space game mode and not the original TFT game. Right, because they only have so much time for certain things, but I don't know. This patch just felt rough. There are just certain things you don't run, and they don't seem to care that they're kind of useless. 8-bit being one of them. I got a friend who does the same thing. She hates the game, but she'll play it to fall asleep or watch people play it. think I'm hitting the end of my rope too. I think I've been chatting about the personality stuff for too long. Now I'm getting invested in TFT. That's never good because the harder you try, the worse you do. Come on, game. You can do it. You know, it's funny. Wait, right? Somebody comments. Right? Somebody's chatting, and I'm like, damn, what do I talk about now? That's crazy. Right? It's like that thing I was talking about before where it's like you go, right, with IRL people where you have to be concerned about what it is you're talking about. Right? But with the anonymity of online, it's like you don't have to be. It's right, you're just chatting to the ether. It doesn't matter. You can just kind of say whatever the hell you want to say. That's so funny to me. Alright, there it goes. There's the game. I don't know, it might also be that I am just getting tired because I have been up for... I've been up for 16 hours now, goddamn. It's okay. I have nothing to do tomorrow, so it's okay. Somehow that makes it a healthy decision.
Boom, baby.
Easy on the eyes. Don't I know it?
I wonder if it'd be a good idea for me to watch, like, streams of the games that I want to play. Right, I'm saying it out loud, and it just kind of seems like an obvious answer. It's like, yeah, of course it would be, right?
Always ready to cry.
I don't know. I guess it's one of those things you don't think about it until you're kind of trying to be tactical about something. Like, because I am curious, right? Like, I don't actually watch TFT streams all that much. And I do wonder, like, do they talk about the game the whole time?
For beauty.
And if that's the case, right? That's crazy. I don't know how you make, like, talking about TFT mechanics entertaining for the, like, duration of, like, an 8-hour stream. That just seems impossible to me. What am I running? Right, it's great for little interjections like that, especially in between, like, story time. I don't know how you could do it for 8+ hours. Do I want to run 8-bit? Just shoot myself in the foot right from the get-go? Probably not.
Fear not. I'm coming.
We could go Heartsteel. It's like, maybe you could, though. Maybe you can just... Right, I know, like, my buddy, he likes talking mechanics. It's like he could probably just play this game and talk about the mechanics of everything for hours. He'd probably have fun doing it too. I don't know, on my end, I don't think I could do it. It turns into me whining when I'm just talking about mechanics. So I have a tendency to, like, talk about morals. It's just something I enjoy doing. Like, values and morals tend to be where I lean rather than, I don't know. Mechanics and systems. It's not something I generally care all that much about. Right, we might just lobotomize and go punk. It can beat a level 3 purple, so what the hell, why not? See, I'm doing it right now, I'm whining. What's that? 3... I don't think I need this guy anymore. I think I need either of them. Is it Rapid Fire, Mosh, and Guardian? Yeah. It does make me curious, because I was thinking of doing Darkest Dungeon. The Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody stream that game. Like, I know they were doing it when it came out, but I have not seen it recently. I don't know if I saw any big people playing that game. I think I saw Sea-Dog playing the original Darkest Dungeon. But the second one, I don't think I've seen much coverage of that at all. So yeah, pick up Vex, why not? Okay. We need Rageblade for Jinx, probably. I could give her runes. That's not a bad idea. Okay, maybe not. Crits, maybe? Probably wait for Krugs. That's probably the smart play. I don't know. I am very single target though. Right, because I had an idea for what I wanted to talk about. I talked about it for what, 3 hours, 2 hours? How long have we been going? I'm curious. 2 hours. Right, I kind of beat it to death, and now I'm like, what do I talk about while TFT is going? Do I just talk about mechanics? I don't know. Right, once again, I'm just not wired for that type of talk. Like, it's fun to ping off of. Like, and I really enjoy it from, like, I don't know, as, like, a advisor type thing. Like, the types of people who can just sit there and talk mechanics all day, they're fun to have in a room when you're, like, planning something, you know? Like, but I don't know, I don't want to discuss system mechanics for fucking, like, 3-4 hours. It just seems painful. Is that too... See, I say that, but I'm about to fucking do it, right? So I'll be at Rapid Fire 4. See, but in a lot of ways, me saying it out loud is just me working through the process myself, so... What do we go with Rapid Fire? Do we go... What, Arcade? Who procs with Arcade? No, it would be... No. There's no Guardian for true damage or arcade. Okay, never mind.
Music brings us to life. That's worth fighting for.
I might be trying too hard. I'm running punk. It might not fucking matter. Just play the game and reroll. That's how you win. I'm still fucking shook that my level 3 Viego lost to just a level 7, right? Oh, bro. Alright, that's fine. I'm okay. I'm not coping. Okay, let me get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, we're getting there. See if anybody's running it. One other guy. Two other guys. Oh boy. See, all three of us are running the meta thing and we're gonna fuck each other. That's gonna be great. Oh, it's too late to turn around now. We've committed. God damn, that's crazy. Corky is terrible. What are we thinking here? Hmm. If I do the 30, I'd be at 90. I'm gonna do... Oof. I'm gonna do Jeweled Lotus. Alright. Couldn't decide. Right, if I'm contesting 3 other people, like it won't matter like how much money I have. I won't get the units because they'll be out of the fucking pool, so like maybe I could roll them faster with more money. Right, but in reality if I'm keeping it above 10 to get max value anyway, it's like I'm gonna be getting what? An extra 2 rerolls maybe? Max around. So I just, yeah, right. I don't know. I don't think it'll matter. Okay. I might do the thing that I shouldn't do and pivot. I'm gonna do it. I've committed. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. That's Infinity Edge. Now we need Garen, right? Garen and Sentinel, so maybe we do... I'll just put tank shit on Blitzcrank, and we just roll with what we have. What do we not need anymore? We don't need Guardians, we need Sentinels. So, yeah, okay. Alright, we got a plan. I'm gonna pivot to 8-bit. It's like I got a Caitlyn early. It's a good idea, I swear. Shit, we're at 100% already? Oh, right. Is this the mythic version? We don't need you. Alright, we'll keep the Ezreal. Okay. One step at a time here. We don't need Mosher. We don't need Executioner. What's that? Perfect. Oh, beautiful. Alright. We got a plan. I don't think once in my life have I ever run rapid fire without going punk with Jinx, so this should be interesting. Well, I lost immediately, so that's not a good sign. Hmm. Hmm. What do we need here? Punk is pretty strong right now, yeah. I'm absolutely shook that it beat my level 3 Viego. I didn't think that was possible. I got a reroll comp beating a level 3 purple. I didn't even think that was doable with anything that's ever existed, so... I'm a little shook that happened, but... Hmm. Well, I don't even know if I can use the Ezreal. Right, because I need a Corki with that? Yeah. Alright, we'll see. We're free balling this round. That's useless. Okay. Oof, I don't know if I want to do Rage Play on Caitlyn. We'll see. I might be able to wait a couple rounds. Here we go. Hell yeah.
How should I proceed?
Yeah, it's crazy. Oof. Alright, well. Hmm. I think I do Infusion. I don't think any of these are that great. Like, if I was running 8-bit the whole time, this would be really good, but I'm not, so... Right, well, that's too bad. Oof. Like this big bot line. Right, well, what are you gonna do? fuck it. I'm playing a risky game. I'm gonna try for level 8. If I can get the level 2 Caitlyn, I'm like already on the way to level 3. That didn't matter the last game, but surely it'll matter this game. I'm sure of it. Oof. Oof. Not liking our prospects here. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay. Okay. I gotta give her Rage Blade. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a choice. Okay. Well, that's okay. What does that leave me with? That leaves me with the Hand of Justice. Okay. That is a Viego. I cannot use you. Okay. Okay. Is anyone going Akali? No, no, no. Cool. Cool, alright. I'm gonna get rid of the greens. See if we can get a Caitlyn. That's crazy. I went around. Alright, fuck yeah. I didn't think that would happen. That's okay. Ooh. Okay. Neat. Oh boy. I've been getting lucky these last couple of games, so if it doesn't happen this time, that's fine. Jesus Christ. Ah, I'm losing my mind. They both have Twin Terror. No, it's just the one. He's just running 2 Vexes. Okay. Okay. There's no universe where I get Rapid Fire 6, right? Is that even good? I don't think I've ever seen anyone run that. Ooh, lucky me. Oh, okay, well, here we go. We're gaming. Is this optimized? Probably not. We're going for it anyway, I guess. What else do I do here? Triple down on attack speed here. My bow would appear on my bench. We don't die in the next round. Okay, I think we just try and double up on sentinels here. Doesn't matter who we get. Sentinels, sentinels. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Okay, good enough. Alright, that might be it. I don't know if Rapid Fire 6 is the play. Not feeling particularly powerful. God, Lucian, please. Carry me. Oh my god, no. Damn, that's crazy, man. There's some units that are just not worth it. I'm so sad. Because you think about, like, value-wise here, right? And you're like, I got a level 2 yellow, level 2 purple. I've maxed out their main stat, right? Rapid fire. It's like, it does nothing. It's like, I don't know, I guess my front line was lacking. It's fine though. That's okay, that's okay. What did I lose for that match? I got 6, so what, I lost like 20? Yeah. Oh, we're going somewhere. That's fine. Trending up. That's all that matters. Let me see, since I'm in gaming mode and not chatting mode, I'm gonna put on a different playlist. Because I can't. See, I can barely hear it. I'm gonna turn it up a bit. I know, for real, right? I put on Guilty Gear music. So I'm a masochist, but you already know that because I'm playing a Riot Games video game. My buddy actually wanted to stream Valorant, and I told him I would join him for that, so... yeah, we're being very daring. Spreading into the E-couple cesspool that is that game. What are we going? I'm thinking multi-talented. The real question is, do I buy all the jinxes and spite this game? I mean, if you think about it, it's only 9 gold, and it fucks over anyone else who runs it. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's the way. I think I'm just gonna run disco, because then I don't have to think about things. Where do you go? You just go disco dazzler? You run Lux, Twisted Fate. Yeah, okay, cool. It runs itself. Let's go. Look at Jinx. Let's just see what happens if I do this. Why not? What could go wrong? Olaf's better. Oh, we go Pandora's, right? Yeah, we go Pandora's for sure.
Easy on the eyes.
Ooh, look, a Pantheon. Cool. It's not spite, I assure you. It's not. There's no way. I would never do such a thing. What do I actually want? Yeah, I definitely want a Warmogs. That's what it gives max health? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if building tank is the smart idea. It's probably not, but that's okay. I'll build one tank and one offense item. See, if I watched more TFT streams, I would fucking... I would know what's optimal at the beginning. It's actually got me curious now. I want to see what they talk about for the entire stream. Probably depends on whether or not they're doing it, like, seriously or not. Right, because if you have somebody who's, like, Grandmaster, right, or whatever the tiers are in this game, I don't remember what the top tier is. Right, if you have somebody who's the top tier of this game and he, like, devotes, like, his professional life to playing TFT, right, he probably takes it very seriously. And he probably is just talking about mechanics the whole time. Right, I don't know. I don't mean to bash that. I think it's fine. Right. It's just, it's interesting. I'd be curious to see what it sounds like. Right, because I got, the music I got going is Guilty Gear music. It's a fighting game. And when I play that game and I go into, like, mechanics mode where I'm just talking about, like, what is happening, right? Like, I've listened to myself do it, and there's a reason I, like, I don't know, I streamed it once, and I was like, this is not good. It just turns into me bitching. I am just complaining about, like, the game balance for the entire fucking stream, and I know that can't be fun to listen to, so it's like, why would I do that? I don't know, people watch people play Jump King though, so maybe I'm just not like analyzing it correctly. It's like, it's actually fun to watch somebody lose their shit over a silly little game, you know? It's Oh my god, I heard a sound alert, but apparently I don't have that synced up. Oh my god, I do. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. I think I can... Set's probably better than, yeah, than Olaf. Is anyone going punk? There's one guy going punk. I'm debating just holding on to the Jinx. I think he's got... Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Let's just see what happens. Why not? Okay, I guess we go for money. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. See, I actually think after this game I am probably gonna call it because I've been up for ages. But I appreciate you kind of hanging around chatting. It's been fun.
Let's get this party started.
Wonder. Let's see. I actually don't know who I put items on. Right, it's like it'd be Bard, right? Right, I pick up Bard and then I just get rid of him for TF. I guess that's if I keep Nami. Actually, we should be... Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. I got a plan now. I'm gonna put items on Nami and then I sell her for a purple later on. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. What do we go for TF? We go Spear Shojin... Maybe Archangels? Or Rabadons, probably? Then I think you go red buff. I can see why people just pull up like a guide. Or they have something like Porofessor to just tell them. So I imagine you can just follow the guide for everything and like you'll probably come out winning most of these matches. Especially like here in Plat, like mid-tier. Well, probably low tier, so I don't know. It'd be a waste to have level 3 Nami with items. Maybe. No, she doesn't seem very good. Might as well. See, okay, most people are running physical. I'm gonna try and get Bramble on him. And then we'll just wait for a rod and throw it on Nami. There we go. Oh shit. That bow would have been helpful. Four and 5 costs. Is this worth running? For each 1 and 2, so what would that be? 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 6. 3. I'm gonna try it, fuck it. I've never run this augment before. There's my rod. Ah, guys, I found my rod. I put it in Nami. Right. Yeah, so I'll just wait for either of those. Okay, that works. Oof, damn. I lose this. It's crazy. Don't think we're gonna keep Pantheon. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, hell yeah. We're actually doing pretty well. I think I just focus levels till I hit 8. And then I roll for TF for Blitzcrank. And then that's it. We just cross our fingers and hope nobody's running Punk. And that's it. Somebody's running Punk. They have a level 3 Jinx. Alright, I'm gonna sell mine. God damn it. I can't even be spiteful about it. I'm so sad. Wow. Not even close. I mean, he has spent all his money though, so maybe it's okay. I think I'm gonna go for the rod. I'm gonna go for the rod. It gives me Rabadons and I don't have to think about it anymore. Okay. I wonder if that's the play though, right? So generally, I'm doing it again. I'm more of a planner. I think that's why I enjoy TFT so much. Like when I think of the games that I am best at, it's like, I don't know, more like strategic, tactical games like this. The reaction time ones are actually ones I like generally don't do too well on. It's actually kind of amazing that I play that fighting game at all. But so I'm thinking about the streaming thing, right? It's like, so if you come into it with a plan, right, and we got a TF, we win, cool. If you come into it with a plan, and your plan is to, you know, talk about something for X amount of time, and this is what I've noticed most streamers do, right? They'll join, they do their little screen thingy, right? Just starting or whatever, right? Starting soon, right? And they chat. They sit and chat about whatever the hell it is they want to chat about, and then they pull up game. And some streamers will just chat through it, right? In a sense, kind of what I did with this stream in particular. But I'm sure, right, that gets split between the game, because there's just no way. It's like you can't split your attention like that and not have one drop off, you know? I guess it does depend on the game, but like generally, that's gonna be how it works. Holy shit, that's gonna be my meme. It's gonna be fucking generally. That's fuck me. I can't stop. I don't know. I can't help it. No, but I wouldn't be against like having a format kind of like set in stone like that. What the fuck do I get rid of here? I want Dazzler 4. Can I just get rid of you? Ah, we'll hold on to him. What do we want? We need magic resistance. And we'll try and get Dragon's Heart. Yeah, it's one piece. I'm not really sure how Disco holds up. They nerfed Twisted Fate, in this recent one. If it's anything like the buff they gave to Punk, I'm just... might be a rough game for me. Do I even need Bard? I don't know. I'm not sure if we're hitting Dazzler 6. That seems like overkill. Jesus, I gotta get these items off Nami. Holy fuck. I don't know if that's worth using. It might be. What do we do? Gold. I'm gonna do gold. I'm gonna commit to this strategy. Do we need 40 more? That's just a couple more rounds. We can do it. Easy. Thinking about it more, it might actually be better if we pick up Blitzcrank. Right, level 2 Blitzcrank. We have our tank. He gets the Sentinel boost. That'd probably be better than the Twisted Fate one. Right, because we got Bard already here. Like we can hit 4 just off the get-go. Shit, Nami is useless. That's crazy. I kind of knew that going in, but goddamn. Alright, I'm just gonna spin down. We're gonna lose the next round, that's okay. Oh shit, wait a minute. You gotta use your head, what are you doing? Nah, fuck it. Just see what happens. Yeah, okay. Could have been worse. That is a free Alawi. Or TF. Alawi or TF. Ah! Okay. I've made my choice. We're really banking on a Blitzcrank here. Because if I get the level 2, well, I guess it won't matter. We just need one or the other. Whatever the games gives me is fine. Right, now we need the Blitzcrank. Okay, sure. We'll take it. You go Hex Tech? Is that a smart idea? What do we think? Healing? You know what? Fuck it. Why not? We really need to win this round. No, I lose. Fuck me. Oof. Yeah, we're banking on Headliner here.
Wait, hold up. We get paid for
Ooh, boy. Oh boy. Alright, well. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna cry. No, that might be it. Might be it, boys. How's it going? We're struggling. I think I misplayed. I'd be so bummed if I lose to Punk again. Alright, we're good for another round. So I sold my headliner trying to get a purple headliner. And the game has not been kind. I wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. See, but if I get the TF, it's like we're almost on level 3, you know? And just like in classic TF sense, you know? You gotta take risks, you gotta gamble. That's just how it is. I need to roll. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Bruh. Alright, well. Okay. Right, wait. Can you make this work? Fuck. I don't care. We're gonna lose if I don't. Boom. That's a shame. I'm so bummed. That's okay though. Maybe. Oh my god. Right, we got one more. Let's go. Scraping by. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do we do here? Yeah, fuck it. Do we have Sentinel proc? We do. I don't think we're getting anything else. Alright, well, it's a shame. Hey, if we hit 4th, I'm happy. I played stupid games this time. That's alright. I'm telling you, I'd be so happy if I could. I don't know, I need to survive till Dragon. I don't know if I'm going to. No, okay, why not? I wonder if it's even, you know what, screw it. We'll just have 2 of them out. I think it's better than level 1 fucking set. Ooh, we got this one too. Alright, hell yeah. Maybe. I'm gonna cry if Annie nukes my whole team. Alright, we're good. Give me a TF right here. Okay. Okay. Oof. I'm gonna take the Ziggs. I'm just gonna roll down. Well, it was a good run. Alright, we tried. We tried, everybody. There was an attempt. Oof. Oof. Alright, well. I could try. No, I don't think I'm completely, like, lost yet. If I have to play against the top guy, I probably am. Is he the punk guy? No, he's running Karthus. Yeah. I got one more. That is a shame. Oof. What is that? 3, 6, 9. Get 14 maybe? I don't know. I think I can win one more. We'll see. If I play against this guy, probably not. I think he's gonna nuke my board. That's okay. Oof, he did not get the ability off. I'm gonna cry. That might be it. I won. Alright. Damn, you know, my TFT games are not usually this stressful. I'm not sure why I'm particularly invested this time. I think it's because I played stupid. I played stupid and the game has not punished me yet. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go spear, put it on the other TF. Alright, come on. Give it to me. That's something. That's crazy. Dude, there's just so many people running TF right now. He's just not in the pool. That might be enough though, level 2 Ziggs. 2.5 items, maybe that's enough. I'm gonna laugh if this just nukes my whole board. Oh, alright, we're good. I got it. GG. That's 4th. I'm happy. Right here. Right here. Right here. Oof. Alright, well. On the positive side, nobody else is getting lucky either. He's got 2. Yeah, that guy needs 4 more. I need 3 more. Ooh, that's it. I think I lost. It was a good run. I'm, like, actually thrilled we got 4th. Almost 3rd. That's okay. Let me see. Am I up? We do, we do. It's actually been a good day. I've gotten, what, 3 wins? I lost 1 round today and like 1 out of 4. That's okay. I'm up like 50 points. I don't know, you hit platinum in the game, I don't know. It gets less trolly. I feel like I can't fuck around anymore. It's very disappointing. There was a part of me that really wanted to sell my whole team for the TFs. I don't know. Would have been funny if I got it, but I don't think I could win. I think I would still lose. I had a level 3 Viego, and I lost to a punk team. Absolutely shocking. Damn. So you can't encourage my bad behavior, because I'll do it. Ooh, boy. Jesus, it is 7 a.m. That's crazy. You see, I think... Yeah, this one's definitely going to have to be my last one. Oh, jeez. That's like around the globe, then. I'm curious, is that like, Europe? Somewhere? Are they behind us? Oh, Australia, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I am in the United States. I'm sure you can't tell. That is something I'm curious about, like how Americans sound to other people. Like, do we all sound the same? I guess by that comment, no. Maybe it's the country Americans that all sound the same. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard somebody sound like they're from Texas, unless if they're, like, American, you know? Damn, are Americans the basic bitches of accents? That's disappointing. Oof. I want to do disco again. How much do I hate myself? Definitely the anonymity. Yeah. I was actually just talking about that. It seemed, I don't know. I had a interaction with family, like my cousins in particular. It was at like a family gathering, and what somehow the topic got brought up about internet friends, and I was chatting about people that I met online, and they ended up asking me a question. They were like, "Oh, are they like your real friends though?" And it was so interesting to me because I've grown up with the internet, and these people are older, right? And they did not. And my response was like, I found with people who have like the like who are hiding behind an avatar, right? They open up easier and they're able to be themselves more. And because of that, right? Um, it just I don't know. I enjoy talking to those types of people more. It's like when when people don't have any like real standing in their life and they have no control over anything, it's like they can actually kind of be themselves. And I remember saying it, and like they were absolutely shook, right? Because they took it as like, oh, are you saying that my real life friends are not as important or real as your internet friends? And it was amusing to me, right? But I guess my point for that little story is like, yeah, no, it's the anonymity. Right, because if you tie everything to like who you are in real life, it's like you're not going to be able to open up and talk about the things that you want to talk about. It's like that story right there is like that's something I wouldn't be able to talk about. Like I would not want them to know that I'm chatting about them online, you know? I don't know. I guess that makes me seem kinder than I am. No, it's I just yeah, I don't want to deal with the flack, I guess. I think I'm running Bruiser. I'm not sure. I have big gains, so it makes me want to do it. I have always found it to be easier, yeah. It was such a funny interaction, though, because I said it and they looked like... They looked at me and like they had no idea what I was talking about. They were like, how could that be possible? It's like, you don't know them. How could you haven't seen them? How could they be more real than like the real people you've met? This is interesting. I don't know, I think there's each one kind of has its own like I don't know, benefits and downsides. Because I think the anonymity of people being online, right? It's like they're not actually going to be able to help you with things though, like in real life. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't know how the school system is over there, but definitely here in America, it seems like you're not. I don't know. People are very guarded, and for me growing up, and maybe it's not this. It's probably not even this way across America, right? But definitely where I was growing up, nobody wanted to open up. Like I remember, like just you did not talk about playing games or like watching anime. That was not something you did in school ever. I know that's changed like these days, but when I was going through school, it was like no, you didn't talk about any of that stuff. And I think the reason for that was it was like if you actually shared things that you were interested in, it's like then people had something that they could rag on you for. It's like so you just didn't do that. That was just a thing you didn't do. It's like and so right for the to tie it back to the internet thing, it's like nobody knows who you are. Nobody can rag on you. Nobody can like nobody cares, right? It's like, and the fact that nobody cares is the good thing about it. It's like you can just talk about whatever you want. I don't know. Maybe it's not even that they don't care. It's just right. There's nothing they can do because they're right across the world, or they're you have no idea who they are. They have no idea who you are, but you can talk about it with them, and you won't get judgment for it generally. use some of these items. No, why I have these Casantes? I don't need them. I actually think I go Dazzler with Bruiser. That is a shame. I think I've gotten a fuck ton of Namis. I'm just not paying attention. Oh, I appreciate that. Don't watch me play fighting game. The music I got going is from a game called Guilty Gear, and I love the game. Absolutely love the game. But it's a fighting game, and I lose my chill in that game. I streamed it once, and I was like, this is not something I should be streaming. I just get annoyed. It's not even fun rage. I just like bitch about mechanics. It's terrible. If I'm not winning these matches, there's no point to having this. I gotta use my fucking items. To do... I'll do Redemption on set, why not? Oh my god. I don't like this. See, you're encouraging me to sell my whole team for TFs. You want me to play the fighting game? This is not good. I think I could do it with... Let's do it on Tom and sell Tom later. Fuck it. Why not? I don't know, I think the fighting game gets me too invested. Really? That's funny. I was rambling at the beginning. I had a topic I was coming in on. It was actually about the IRL thing versus the front thing. So it's kind of funny that that came up again. We got it. All right, sweet. Turning it around. How much do I get? 10? That is nothing. Oh, is this a bad augment? Okay, well, oh well. It's too late now. Gotta go parting gifts, right? This is 10%. Just keeps getting transferred around. One of these days I'll look at a TFT guide, I'm sure of it. Today is not that day, but I'm sure it'll happen. God damn. Some crazy healing. I do actually, yeah. Made two different games. They're kind of small little mini games, but they're leading to a project I'm working on right now. It's probably the biggest thing I've made. But I'm hoping this one will be the thing I put on Steam and see how it does. I don't know. Right, that's a year-long project, so it's gonna be a while, but no, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. We'll see. Hopefully it goes somewhere. I'm actually working on the thing that I want to be for the advertisements. And it's gonna be a boss about Innsmouth. I don't know if you ever heard of what, the Shadow over Innsmouth. It's like a Lovecraft story. That'll be neat. I think I'm gonna stream that and do gameplay of it, and then I don't know, pay somebody to turn it into something interesting to watch. That'll actually be in the next couple months. I don't think I can. There's no Bruiser emblem, right? No. Fuck do I go here? Okay. It's fine. It'll be neat though. I think it'll be kind of like Hollow Knight, but you know, I'm trying to differentiate the mechanics into something that feels different, but it's the same type of game effectively. I like the Lovecraft series. I'm not sure what it is that got me into it, but at some point in my life I started reading his stories, and the way he writes is just pe people don't write like horror in that way anymore. I don't know, it's the type of horror that gets you to think about things, where it's like, what if this was me? Or what if this was the case? Rather than, I don't know, shock horror, I guess. You know, it's funny, I actually know nothing about his life, personally. I know he had a black cat, which we don't talk about, but that is the extent of, like, I don't know, outside knowledge I know about Lovecraft. Oof, we don't want this. We don't want this at all. Okay. Oof. Well, I'm struggling this game. I'm actually not sure what to do either. How do you run Bruiser? I need EDM, I think. I think if I get a Lux, I can turn it around. Game's not being kind. I enjoy his stories, though. I think, what, I've gone through the Lovecraft collection for him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. More than that at this point. Yeah, no, I'm aware. we don't talk about that bit. But there was a few stories that I'm doing for this game, and one's the Shadow over Innsmouth. I want to do the Rats in the Walls, and I want to do the Call of Cthulhu. And depending on how long and I don't know how intricate I end up making this game is how far that's gonna go. I might end up doing more stories, but those 3 for sure I know I want to do. It'll be neat too. I've got all the bosses and all the enemies are things that you can relate back to the story. So I think anybody who's enjoys them, I don't know, at least half as much as I do, will kind of see them and get a kick out of them. I don't know. It's not the worst idea in the world to kind of coast off, you know, a fair use idea that's kind of out there and everybody knows about it anyway. No, I'm not the first one who's had that idea. They've made so many Lovecraft games in the last couple years. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're back in. Let's see, let's do spear and crit maybe. No, I appreciate that. We'll see. I'm it's always been on the back burner, and I started doing the coding thing, I don't know, in the last 2-3 years I think, so. Oof, what do I go here? How many blues do I get? 1, 2, 2? Okay, well that's not worth running. Oh, okay, never mind. Cool. I'd love it if that turned it around. Oh my gosh, you're too nice. Complimenting me too much. I don't know how to handle it. I'm an introverted thinker. I don't know where to go. No, but I appreciate it. It's very nice. We'll see. Hopefully, something happens with it, and I can, I don't know. If it does a quarter as good as Hollow Knight, then I'll be happy. That'll set me for life. I can sit and play TFT and not have to worry about anything else. Wouldn't that be nice? That's the dream. That better not be the dream. Hey, if the bar is low enough, you'll be happy, alright? That's funny. You're right, we can play fighting game instead, yeah. There you go. No, I think I got into what game development in the first place, because the way I was thinking about things was, if you can make your product from anywhere, if you can do right, and I've always been into video games, so it's just like, okay, if you can live on your own, make your thing from literally anywhere as long as you have internet, it's like that opens up, like, well, right, the world for possibilities. It's like you could do anything. You can go travel, you can visit anywhere you want to go. It's like you can do all that shit and you can still make an income. It would be neat. But you know, you gotta get there first, so. Did I beat you to it? There you go. I'm so happy there was an Alawi here. That might have just saved this abysmal TFT round. So C#, which is the one Unity's using, that is the only language I have even, like, attempted to dabble in. And the whole reason I taught myself it in the first place was just to make a game Um, I wish I had more experience beyond that, but I do not. That is it. It was funny. Unironically, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna make a game, and then I went and learned how to make a game. We won't pretend it took me like, I don't know, 3 years to find the motivation to do it all, but here we are. Damn, am I just gonna lose? That's crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna run Bruiser again. This ain't working. That's something. Can we do anything with this? What are we missing? We're missing Zach. Okay, we have Zach. Get rid of these. Put this out. Okay. Maybe something like that. Oh shit. I have too many people. Oh no. Oh, that's slamming my face on the keyboard. I do the exact same thing. I was doing that today. That's how you do it though. I'm convinced coding isn't actually like knowing how to code. It's knowing how to find like the right videos and Reddit articles that tell you how to code, you know? And I have actually heard a lot about Stack Overflow, but I have never used it myself. Probably to my detriment, but here we are. Where do I go here? I gotta move stuff around. Maybe that? God, I don't know how to run this cop. Sure, fuck it, that's fine. I will make an effort to look into it. Because I don't know, I'm very stubborn with a lot of things. And when I find a method of on how to do things, and this is gonna sound terrible, this is gonna sound like I'm not a coder. I just kind of do what I'm familiar with, and I just roll with it. Right? I don't know, but there'll be times where people point out things to me, and I'm like, damn, you can just do it that way? And they're like, yeah, you just do it that way, and I had no idea. And it's just 1,000 times easier or simpler or just easier to manage, right? Especially with the coding thing, it's like you'll find a video that explains something, and you'll be like, fucking hell, I just didn't know this. I just did not know this. It's like, and it is just 1,000 times more efficient than anything I've been doing. God, I don't know what to go. Sure. We're struggling this match. Holy cow. Wait, what can we go? Sure. Sure. Where's my set? Alright, we're balling. I'm gonna laugh if I turn this around. It's interesting though. I think I enjoy the coding aspects more than I enjoy like doing the art. Right, because I'm doing all my arts as well for the pixel art, and sometimes like I get no motivation to draw, but I can sit there and code for like 4 hours, and I'm not sure why that's the case. I think it's just because when I draw, I'll draw it, erase it, draw it, erase it, draw it, erase it like 50,000 times until there's some like I don't know, until I'm sick of doing that, and then I just accept whatever is on the paper, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going with this. Do I stream regularly? I've been trying to. I've been trying to get more into it. It's just more a time thing. I get I don't know. There's just a lot I have to do every day, and then I get tired. And I tell myself that, like, if I'm not high energy, that I shouldn't stream because, you know, I'm not going to be high energy, but I don't know. I'm never high energy, so I think I'm just giving myself excuses. Oh, I appreciate that. That's nice. I think it looks okay. I think it serves its purpose. You can tell what it kind of is when you look at it, and that is more than I thought I could manage, so. We don't need you. Shit, I should just be doing levels so I can get the Nami out, get disco going. I don't know, I'm hoping my shitty pixel art kind of gives it some charm, you know? That's completely baseless. I have nothing to back that up with. I just hope it does. That is all. I lose. I am out of this game. Alright, well, we tried. There was an attempt. That's okay though. I think we're net positive for today. Yeah, I'm up like 30 points. That's okay. Oof. One of these days we'll hit diamond, I'm sure of it. I don't know when it'll be. Might not be this patch. It's probably not going to be this patch. I kind of hate this patch. But maybe one day. Let me see. I actually have things I have to go and do, sadly. But it's been fun. It's been fun chatting. Yeah, for sure. You have a nice day though. I've actually got to get going. All right. I have no idea how to end these things. How do I end these things? I guess that's good enough, right? We can